Hey everybody, this is Grace. Pardon if this jiggles all over the place. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. No rhyme or reason, seriously. Really. But in this video, I'm going to talk about something I was thinking today that was, yeah, I have seen this. When somebody who is like a really toxic person, that's behaviors can be kind of rather on the histrionic side, and such as that they're very easily influenced by what others say, or especially what I've seen is when somebody's like cheering them on, you know, and whatever person does, like somebody cheers them on or agrees with them on something, and you know, like they're doing their gossip thing, adult mean girl stuff, and somebody's, you know, telling them yes, doing thumbs up, and yet, or in person saying, you know, whatever it is to flatter them, basically. So they'll lean in that person's side. And now, say somebody else comes along right after that, and even this is what I've seen. Chastise them. Tell them that was very wrong for what they did, and explains to them why it was very wrong. Then they actually might, there's a chance, humble themselves and go on that influence, but then they'll use that when they usually don't know what that is, the reasons why they shouldn't do that, and use it, spin it to still fit their own narratives. Their own, yeah. Oh, that is it's clear as mud, I'm sure. But yeah, I was thinking about that today. You know, how they can be, you know, like, seriously, if somebody says, what you just did is very wrong, to their face now. Now, online, that they may have enough of their followers or their subscribers or their groupies, just say, all around their flying monkeys, as some would call it, that would back them up and still say, no, they're just wrong. And then they go through that. They go listen to that. Influenced to continue, even though they might have said, well, they're right. You know, they're not going to say they're wrong, but they're going to say that person was right. You know, yeah. Okay, that moment she sits there and she realizes, I should have turned left. I got turned around on where I'm going. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I sure have to. Actually, I got turned around more than once. Yes, I should have turned right. And I knew I was right, but I got the right. It was my other right. Yeah. So, yeah. Okie dokie. It was one of those mornings when I was talking about influence. And actually, it wasn't an influence. It was like, but wait a minute. No, that was at this place. No, it was at that place. Really? No, we went to that store. That kind of morning. So, anyway, I gotta see how I'm gonna get over there now. Okay, now, the thing about it is I haven't been through here in this direction. I haven't taken this route, I should say, in years, many years. So, the one that I missed also included. Yeah, okie dokie. So, hopefully I'll get there. I like to put a little real life in the middle of the video. Sometimes it happens all by itself. Anyway, but yeah, they are very influenced. I mean, easily influenced. Not all of them. It's never one size fits all. These are my opinions, views, and so forth. And they could be wrong. Read the disclaimers in the description box below this video on YouTube. Okay, anyway, it should be there unless there's a glitch. And that's actually happened. I don't know if it's an actual YouTube glitch, but anyway. But yeah, I have personally seen that of chastising one, and it was really more of a, you really did that? Why would you do that? Like that kind of question. It was many years ago, and the response was that of her acting seemingly like, in a way, like a child when the child is chastised for what they did. right, I shouldn't have done that. But like I said, something like that happens a little bit later. Somebody else says, well, you really weren't wrong. This is why. Then they'll go on that side. Seen it, been through it, watched it, all that. Yeah. So who are they really? Do they even know their own, who they are, their own personality, their own views, their, like I said, not one size fits all, but do they? Or is it just what others think that they should be at that moment? On stage, they're playing whatever script out. You know. Okay, I know where I am, but anyway, I kind of knew that, but it's just been long. Anyway, but yeah, I was thinking about that this morning, and it would be great, you know, if they could wind up being around enough people who could continue to influence their behaviors in a good way, not in a destructive way. But so they can learn they have good examples, you know, good people to model after. And if they really can't develop their own personality without copycatting, you know, other people, let it be good people they're around. You know, boy, my accent comes back. It does. It does. That's life. With people who have lived in a lot of places like I have, a lot of states. Anyway. But it would be great. But here is, for me, myself, when I look out there, not for myself, but in my world, I don't see a lot of good, decent people. People who could influence people like that. I just don't. I see far too much that is so self-centered in people. Okay, I don't want to. I did animal underneath my SUV. Sorry, dead animal. Poor thing. It's a squirrel. I didn't do it. But anyway, of course. That was weird, is what I said. But anyway, but now here's the thing, like, if you can see something like this online, and you could think that, okay, maybe what is on their in their mind is that they are wanting to do something that's for the better, you know, to better things, you know, out there. They really do have that feeling, you know, they want to, you know, whatever it is, you know, help the environment or help the whatever situation, whatever it is. That is like underlying, you know, there. That is what they're, what is the term I'm looking for? Somebody tell me. But that's their goal, or they feel like it's their purpose. But they're influenced by people who are the despicable people. Okay, they're too easily influenced as it is, but they're being influenced by despicable people who are not going to tell them that they are wrong. They like having their puppet, you know, their spokesperson, or you know, spokesperson. In this, it was spokeswoman. And so that why are they going to tell? And they're going to pounce, you know, their followers, their flying monkeys, whatever it is. Am I on the right road? I was on the right road. I knew that. I said it wrong though, but I should have turned there. Like I said, I came from a different direction than I usually do, so I'm confused. I'm so confused by it. Not really. Just didn't turn in the right place because two of them look exactly alike. I mean, they look not exactly alike. Boy, just, they look alike. Where you turn, they do. Okay, but boy, I've made myself a little mess here. Yeah, it was my fault. I can admit to it, it's my fault. Yeah, okay. Anyway. But, I mean, to me, that this is, in some ways, if just enough of that could happen. Oh, now, on social media, I really do wish some of the people that are the good ones, but where are those? You know? Because a lot of the ones that would, try to put people in the right way. That maybe they don't know how to go about it. I really wouldn't exactly how to go. I couldn't tell anybody, this is exactly how you go about it. I have a good idea, but social behavioral scientist, but it's not a one-size-fits-all kind of situation either. But the ones who are telling them, this is the bad thing, what I see. You might not see the same. You probably wouldn't see the same. But the whole thing is, they're just as mean, okay? They're just as mean, girl. Really. This is kind of confusing there. They're just as mean, girl. Like I keep saying. Okay, am I going to get this one out? Made. But that's what it is. It's just too many mean girls. All around. Mean girls, mean boys. So the people they're going to be influenced by, I just have a hard time thinking that, okay, you're making fun of somebody because of what they are, and then that's not helping to influence them to change. That, to me, that could influence some people like this to just double down, to stick their heels deeper in the ground, this kind of thing. I don't see that as helping when you're just as bad, but in a different way, but still just as bad, and some would say still just as histrionic. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, because even I sit here and say, well, what am I saying? Is what I'm saying just as bad for either side? You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I think what it matters the most is that people can recognize this. People can recognize that I've been doing those videos about bad versus bad, be able to see, well, yeah, that is bad behavior on both sides. Now, if they were really, in my view, like I said, could be wrong, if they were really wanting to change the other side, and these are people who are actually talking to one another. I'm not. Talking and, pointing one another's name or channel name or Facebook group name or whatever. They're actually communicating with one another. I'm not communicating with them. And, to say that they're wanting this to change, I don't think so. No. One allergy attack later. But no, I really don't see how that is at all. So their motive isn't truly to point out, to, they're attacking that person. They're saying the person's whatever, to indicate it's that person. Is really this their goal? I mean, people can have so many different goals and what motivates them. I remember when I was, back then when I was a career student, the thought was that nobody knows what truly motivates anybody else, because they don't even, and they don't even know what truly motivates themselves. There's just more of a surface thing, like to say that their motive is money. Some people will go right to that. Both sides, their motive is money. Could be. But like, listen to what I just said. Okay, so anyway, now if I were talking directly, speaking directly to them, to one, or pointing out their what is that noise? That is weird noise. Sounds like somebody's banging on something, hammering. Anyway, real life happens, like I said. But if I were, what kind of thing would I say? How would I speak? How would I? But like I said, one size doesn't fit all. One situation that isn't the same, and you don't really know what's motivating you. You don't really know what you're going to do. I've heard of this recently a lot, is people saying, well, if I were in that situation, what I would do is, no, you don't know. I know I would do this. No, you don't. Why do you think you would know? You've heard that people say that so many times, so you repeat it? I cannot imagine anybody knows exactly what they would do in some kind of situation like what they were talking about. No, I just can't. That's my opinion, and I'm going to state it. They are hammering over there, but a lot of hammering, a lot of work going on. But how would I? Well, I know what I did that one time, and it was not intentional. Well, I mean, I don't have a plan of when I speak to them, I'm going to say this. But that one time I said, something like, "You really did that?" You know, I don't know the tone. My tone is usually not like that, but it was like, must have been something like, it was many years ago, by the way. "You really did that? Why? Why would you do that?" You know, that was somebody getting in their car. But, you know, like they wouldn't even really know what truly motivated them. You know? But it was basically one of them told the other one's boyfriend or whatever it was something they shouldn't have. And it was none of their business to. And it was, you know, the situation was more like that one was wanting that one's boyfriend. You know, you see what I'm saying? So, yeah. So it was one of those kind of things. And so I said, "You really did that?" However I put it. But one of the reasons I'm thinking about this lately, I've thought about it so many times, so many years, too many years, to develop a different persona for making videos. And one of them would probably be like that. "You really did that?" But no, I've had this one for, I mean, this is me. This is how I am. Although once I turn that, click the button to start recording, it's kind of like, it's not really me. Well, no, it's not that. It's that, like, I have something in my mind, and it's all, like what I'm going to talk about, how I'm going to say it, what I'm going to say about it, like as if I had written it in a paper, to turn in for a class. But once I don't write it down. Once I do speak on video, it's kind of jumbled up. It's like, what? But anyway, I want to talk about that more on another video. I need to go in there and get some stuff for our dogs. And I'll talk to you on another video. Bye.